G'day guys and welcome back to episode number 3 of Making a New AFL Team series. Into episode 3 already, going through the episodes thick and fast. In this episode we are going to be revealing what stadium and what sponsors the Jets do have as well, touching base on the history and the culture of what the Jets are going to begin. Okay, now let's review the stadium. Now it is the stadium is based in Wellington, because even though this this team is from New Zealand, they've got to have somewhere that's their main
base.
A base. So they're based in Wellington, since that is their capital city, New Zealand. So they're based in Wellington, but they're called the New Zealand Jets. So the stadium is in Wellington, and the stadium we've chosen, I believe, is called Sky Stadium, but we've changed the name
to Air Stadium.
We've changed it to Air Stadium. What's your opinions on the name? Drop them in the comments below. But here's a couple of pictures of this stadium.
Yep, so it's hosted AFL before, back in 2013, I believe. So it's equipped. We've seen it happen there. So there's no reason why it couldn't happen week in, week out. It hosts rugby, soccer and cricket. So it's perfectly equipped. It's just, and as you can see from all these photos, it's big. It's almost like an Optus Stadium sort of crab net sort of design, and so it's quite good.
Yeah, I really like it. It's perfect for a football ground. We've played footy, as you've said before, mainly cricket ground or rugby ground. I reckon that could be perfect for a footy ground. It's just made. They just knew when they made this stadium that we'll be making a video. They'll know that these kids, they'll be making a team for the New Zealand Jets, and they've made that stadium right for us. And we've changed the name to Air Stadium. So in the past, this stadium has hosted 3 AFL games. St Kilda Brisbane, St Kilda Sydney and St Kilda Carlton, as we have a look at a few more photos of the ground. And now we will move along to the sponsors of the New Zealand Jets.
So I'll kick him off with the first one, and it's Air New Zealand. What the stadium is named after, obviously, Air New Zealand. New Zealand in the name. Can transport the team from New Zealand to Australia. Perfectly suited, and it's a bit like Virgin and GWS.
No, it's cool. Air New Zealand, they're called the Jets. That's got something to do with the
It's terrific. It's a match made in heaven.
Vodafone is the next one. You might know this one because it was on the front of the jumper. The Vodafone in the black and the white logo. We had that one. Next one is Macca's. No real reasoning. We're just like, what's a sponsor? We'll go with Macca's.
A bit of food. Who doesn't like a bit of
food? Who else have we got? Kit Kat.
We've got Kit Kat as our main chocolate sponsor. We've then got Nike as our jumper and apparel sponsor. Then got All Natural Ice Cream as our last sponsor. And then obviously the Air Stadium. So some real good sponsors, obviously, to really build this team, which is terrific.
Yep. Well, we love sponsors because we need money.
We love a bit of cashola.
Team. And I think we've got pretty strong sponsors. So it's called Air Stadium on the main sponsor, which is Air New Zealand. We were going to call it Air New Zealand Stadium. That's a bit of a mouthful. So we cut out New Zealand out of it and we just called it Air Stadium. As I said before, similar to Sky Stadium, so not that big of a change. I like the name, like the stadium, like the sponsors. Before we end, just a quick note on history and the culture. Now, it's a newly based team, so they're not going to have any history. But what history are the Jetters going to create? What do you reckon?
They're going to create something to be proud of for their country. Something to be proud of for Wellington. Wellington and New Zealand have the AFL New Zealand series, so it'll hopefully make some New Zealand footballers, and great stepping stone for people that want to play Australian rules football in New Zealand.
So there is the stadium and the sponsors revealed. and that is the end of episode number 3. I promised you that episode 4 will be the theme song. We've been working on it for a while now. Not finished just yet, but it should be all ready for episode number 4, so hopefully that goes down well. But thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in episode number 4.